Hi there. Welcome. Come on in and get yourself nice and comfortable. How are you today? Well, firstly, thank you very much for volunteering for one of our survival missions. I've heard that joke a lot today. No, I didn't. I don't remember. What am I doing here? It's not worked with anybody else. It won't work with you. But I'm not without compassion. I'm not just going to throw you into any old scenario. I'd like you to answer some questions for me first about what kind of a person you are, what you would do in certain situations. Ever played this or that before? It's like that, but the outcome, well, your life may depend on the answers that you give, so please be honest. And I'm looking for a wide variety of people to put onto each team. So if you're not giving the answers that you think you maybe should, I'll still find a spot for you. So engage that brain, please. But also, please just answer with the first thing that occurs. No such thing as a right or wrong answer here. So what I'd like to do first is find out a little bit about you, and then I'd like to know how you would react in certain situations. How does that sound? Wonderful. And then at the end, I'll let you know what happens next, because everything will be absolutely fine. Okay? Great. So remember, the first answer that comes into your head, please. The first question I'm going to ask is this. In a crisis, do you naturally give instructions or wait for them? Thank you. If a group begins to panic, do you step forward or step back? Are you more useful making decisions or carrying them out? Would you rather be responsible for others or responsible only for yourself? If something needs to be done and there are no volunteers, do you volunteer yourself or somebody else? Do you prefer to see the bigger picture or focus on the smaller details? Are you better at reading terrain or reading people? If someone were to find themselves injured, would you prioritise them or the mission? Would you take the first watch or the last? When something feels wrong, do you speak up immediately or do you take your time and observe first? If two people disagree, do you mediate or choose a side? Would you rather be trusted or feared? If there's a risky task which needs completing, do you assign it or do you take it? Do you move towards danger to avoid it or away from it to understand it? If something is slowing everyone down, do you encourage them or pressure them? Would you rather gather information quietly or act decisively but with limited knowledge? If supplies are short, do you distribute evenly or strategically? When you're uncertain, do you hide it? Does survival require compassion, yes or no? If it's looking like someone needs to be left behind, would you argue against it? Are you comfortable watching from the sidelines while others act? Could you mislead an entire group to protect them? Would you ever, under any circumstances, volunteer for something you weren't expected to survive? A simple yes or no will suffice. Do you prefer to be at the front of the group or somewhere in the centre? If you were to find out some information that no one else knew, would you share it immediately? When are you more alert? During silence or during chaos? Would you rather be relied upon or underestimated? Do you consider yourself replaceable? If someone needed to be distracted, would you step forward? If someone needed to lead, is that you? I think that's quite enough about you, don't you? Let's have a look at how you would do in certain scenarios. Played this or that before? I'll give you 2 options. Just tell me which you prefer. Ready? Okay. Freeze or run? Hide or confront? Alone or in a group? Silence or noise? Hunger or cold? Pain now or fear later? Lost or hunted? Trust a stranger, betray a stranger? Save energy or move quickly? Stay silent or call for help? Broken arm or broken leg? Water or hills? Follow the rules, break the rules. Dense fog, pitch black darkness. Oh, you did well there. High ground, hidden ground. Wet clothes, no shelter. Be seen or be heard. Climb or crawl. Open space or tight enclosure. Follow footprints, avoid them. Use fire or avoid smoke. I'm starting to form a picture. Let's have a look at how you would handle resources. Say there's only enough food for one more day. Will you eat it now or will you ration it? There's only enough for one person. Are you keeping it for yourself or will you share it? Water that might be contaminated or no water at all. You find clean water, however, it does belong to someone else. Do you take it? You hear someone crying for help, but it might be a trap. Do you investigate? You can either carry supplies or someone who is injured. Which? As I said, the first thing that comes into your head. You can close the door behind you for the group safety, but someone might not make it through. Will you close the door? Would you share your last light source or save it? Definitely getting to know you now. Would you prefer to sleep in shifts or not at all? Which path are you taking? The safer one or the faster one? You find some medicine, but you don't know what it treats. Take it anyway or steer clear? Would you rather signal for help and reveal your location, or would you rather stay hidden? Would you prefer to take your share now or risk having none later? Would you wake someone when it's their turn to keep watch or let them rest? Would you destroy supplies so that no one else can use them or leave them behind intact? Would you take some time to repair your shelter or simply abandon it? What would you use your last match for, warmth or light? Do you trust more a map or your instincts? Would you search for the others or stay alone and conserve your energy? Would you trade safety for information? Interesting. Almost there. Tell me about your moral code. No, don't tell me. Let me ascertain it from these questions. Would you lie to keep people calm? Yes or no? I'm not interested in the intricacies here. I'm not interested in philosophy. Yes or no? Would you tell the truth if it causes panic? If someone is slowing the group down, would you leave them behind? If someone is injured to the extent they cannot move, would you stay with them? If survival required one of you to stay behind, would it be you? If someone that you really cared about was the weakest member of the group, would you protect them or the group? It's you or them. Who lives? It's not a difficult question. It's you or them. Who lives? Save one strong person or two weak ones? Volunteer yourself or wait to be chosen? Sacrifice trust or survival? Would you blame someone else to avoid conflict or just admit fault? Would you keep hope alive even though there is none, or let despair in, hoping it would motivate? Would you protect a secret that endangers others? Should a leader be the strongest or the kindest? Would you take control without consent or risk chaos? On your team, would you rather have someone who hates you or depends entirely upon you? Would you rather preserve order or lives? Almost there. Final few questions, and then I'll tell you what happens next. If you realised you were being observed during a survival task, would you change your behaviour? Would you pretend to be weaker? Would you pretend to be stronger? Would you sacrifice someone who trusts you? If it guaranteed survival for the entire group, would you sacrifice yourself? If you knew you wouldn't be remembered, do you try anywhere near as hard? If someone weaker admired you, would you use that to your advantage? If survival changed who you are, would it matter? If you had to lie for the rest of your life about what you did, could you live with it? If you made it through, but it was just you, would it be worth it? Well, it's the end of my questions. How do you feel? Anything surprise you? Well, let me tell you, you are about to head out on a survival mission, and you will be briefed shortly. And to be quite honest, you won't be leading, but, well, you will be necessary. Once again, thank you so very much for volunteering. And if you would follow me this way, let's outline this mission for you. Follow me.